Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, today I'm going to create a Christmas card using a new item from a brand new collection over at Spellbinders shop. This is the Be Bold collection, and in the collection is this die set, which I think is pretty universal. It spells out the word love in an A2 size panel, and then you also have Y, O, and U in a cute little font that you can add to your love if you want to. It's called the Be Bold Color Block Love You die set. And we're going to create a Christmas card using this. I think this would be great for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, so many different occasions. So with Christmas around the corner, I thought we'd make a Christmas card. Now I'm starting off by die cutting out both pieces with fun foam. The fun foam that I'm using is adhesive back sheets. So I have adhesive on the front and then the back. I wanted to pop up the love on my card base, and so this I thought would be easier to do along with the U here. But of course the letters are big enough to where you could use foam squares if you wanted to, or you could just use your foam tape roll. You really don't need foam sheets to do this. Okay, I left the U in there. Sometimes it's easier for me to add, we're going to put pattern paper over the top, but I left the U in its home so I could just remove the release paper and add the pattern paper over the top. I'm going to separate my letters here. You can see how large they are, and again this will fit an entire card front panel. And we are just going to remove the negative piece and just keep the positive love here. Okay, now we're going to take those same dies and bring in some pattern paper. This is a paper pad from Pink Paisley. If it's still available, I'll list it below. But I have a red pattern paper with Christmas lettering on it. We're going to die cut out love with that. And then I'll take the O and die cut out the O with the black and white gingham paper. And I'll die cut out the U with that same print. Now the U is separate letters, and as I'm punching these out, one, I got them upside down, so I have to do a redo. But two, the O and the U are not right side up. So if you're going to use a letter print background, you probably need to die cut these out maybe 3 times so your lettering is straight. Just makes it cohesive. Okay, let's use the tool-in one here and remove our release paper off of the top of our Y, and then we'll go ahead and add that to our foam adhesive. Since the Y has some very dainty areas, it's so much easier doing it this way. I'll remove the release paper off of the O, and we'll add that. And then we're just going to continue on with the U, making sure I have that right on top there. And our last letter. So this is going to give us a little bit of dimension, extra dimension for our card. Okay, sentiment there is good to go. We're going to basically do the same thing to our large love letters. We're going to go ahead and add our E and continue on. And again, I used the black and white gingham print for the O, so I didn't need the die cut out O with the block Christmas lettering, so we can set that aside. Okay, after we have our letters done, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our card base. I'll remove the release paper off of our L, and this is going to go all the way to the left of our panel. And I like that it fits an A2 size landscape panel beautifully. But guys, if you want to put it portrait style and squish them together, creating extra dimension, not using the shape itself of the die, you could very well do that. Maybe for Valentine's Day I can use this die and show you what I mean. But we're going to add the V, add a little love to the V, and then we're going to go ahead and add our O right in the center. Now, I also die cut out some holly leaves and a holly berry. The die set that I'm using is from Spellbinders, and it's called Seasonal. These sets here, and it has a candy cane in there and a candy piece. It's very old, and I don't know if Spellbinder still has it. If they do, I'll list it below, or something comparable. I know there's a lot of holly leaves out there with berries, but I die cut out 2 different sets. The cardstock that I'm using is the Spellbinders Color Essentials. I have the waterfall here, and we're going to actually offset it on a slightly darker teal colored cardstock. And I used the blue spruce for that to do the offsetting. Next, we're going to add some foam adhesive behind here. We're going to add our YOU to the center of our black and white gingham paper. And then, since the berries are all one piece, I thought we'd add a little definition using a slightly darker Copic marker, kind of outlining the berries, giving them a little added dimension as well. Now, once I got this done, I thought we would add a little highlight with a white gel pen, giving them even more dimension. And then I have some glossy accents. My Journey Glaze, the cap, closed in, so I'm using my glossy accents, but if you have Journey Glaze, you could use that. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my berries, and again, these all of it ran together, but when it dries clear, the pictures, I took a picture while the glossy accents was still wet, so it's cloudy in my pictures, but it does dry clear, guys. I thought we were missing something, so I die cut out 1 more of the holly leaves, the sets. I'm going to offset it again, and we're going to add 1 more holly leaf. I think a trio of leaves would look a lot better. To me, it was just missing something, and I kind of wanted the clean look of this. I didn't want to add anything else, so I think this is going to work out great. I am going to bring in my Peacock Feather Distress Oxide ink and add a little shading to my waterfall leaves, just for a little added depth. And then that finishes off my card for today, guys. I'll list this Be Bold color block Love You down below if you guys are interested. But thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.